Alright, hello and welcome, my great friends of the internet, and welcome to the Midnight Snack. Today, we have a very special treat. I was at my local convenience store and found these tasty looking Taco Bell Reaper Ranch Tortilla Chips. Now, I know what you're thinking. By now, this is our fourth Midnight Snack review, and in your mind you must be thinking, is this a spicy chip channel? Because all we've really reviewed so far have been spicy chips. We've done the blue heat Takis, we did the Pocky ghost pepper chips, then we just did the Lay's creamy jalapeno poppables, and now we are doing the Taco Bell Reaper Ranch Tortilla Chips. Let me break this down. I do not choose the snacks that we review here. The snacks choose me. It is the convenience store and grocery store gods that put these snacks in my path. So while these first few reviews have all been spicy processed foods, this review will not be limited to that. I do have a little bit of a backlog of different food items that I want to be reviewing for you guys, which we should be dropping throughout the week here. Candies, other kinds of chips that are not spicy, but for now, for whatever weird reason, we keep getting spicy chips coming through in our path. So on the back, these say that these chips could be deceiving, probably because of the ranch. It says, this chip may look tame, but we took the epic hotness of Carolina Reaper pepper and paired it with cooling zest of ranch for flavor you can feel. And on the packaging, they have a scorch barometer, and it is right up there at the maximum level of chili peppers. So really, I saw this chip and instantly I thought of the Pockies that we reviewed 2 episodes ago. And really the spicy and the heat on that chip, if you remember, was through the roof. I tried to do it without water. I am a little bit more prepared this time. Again, we are going to try to do this without using water if possible. But that chip seems to be closely related to this. We're going to be judging flavor and hotness, kind of calibrating it against the Pocky chip. And because it is a tortilla chip, we will be considering Doritos as another barometer in terms of judging how tasty this chip treat is. Now, apparently, Taco Bell has done these types of chips for some of their other sauces on the back here. I don't know if you can, we'll see if you can get a zoom in here. They have Diablo chips, fire, essentially all of their sauces they have released a chip for. I believe they started doing this last year, but this year, only a few days ago, was when they released the Reaper Ranch chips. So the packaging, I've actually never done a Taco Bell chip. I've never tasted it. So I'm not really sure what to expect. I don't know if they are good, how they stack up to Tostitos, Doritos, any types of the corn chips. They do feel a little bit thicker, much thicker than those poppables that we reviewed in the last episode. The packaging is very thick, very high quality packaging. Even I would say this packaging is higher quality than Doritos or any of your top tier chips that I've seen in local convenience stores or grocery. So enough with the stalling, enough with the theatrics. The packaging, as you know, it's not about the casing, it's about the tasting. So we are going to jump right into it and open these bad boys up. If we can. So man, they must have used like super industrial adhesive, because I really had to stretch my arms to get this bag open. Get our whiffs in. Okay, and those, I probably took too big of a whiff there because I did sense some heat. In the scented flavoring, I am getting a lot more bold hues versus the Pockies. Again, if you remember the Pocky ghost pepper chips that we ate, the heat was there. They were like off the charts on the heat, but there was essentially no flavor. So I'm hoping that this is gonna be really the chip to fill that void, where it has that pow pow pow, real heated punch, but then it also has a good flavor too. So here's the inside. Pretty typical for a chip. It's about, I would say, halfway. I think there's a 3 serving size per package, and each serving size is 11 chips, so about 33 chips in here. Just going through some of the stats, total fat is really the only one that matters. 8 grams per serving, so not terrible. There are worse chips out there. Here is the chip up close. It doesn't, it looks just like a basic Cool Ranch Dorito. I'm trying to get it in the perfect mode to zoom in, but I always struggle with that part, so. Anyways, enough stalling, let's jump right into it. And, well, before I do eat this, I do want to say that each review I do, I try to give you guys an unbiased assessment, so I will, in order to cleanse my palate, it is typically 3 to 4 hours after consuming any other food whatsoever, and I will be drinking water during that time, again, to clear out any debris or maybe flavor particles that might have been left over in my mouth for a previous meal. So I do have a perfectly clear and calibrated palate to offer you guys an accurate assessment of these tasty treats. So without further ado, let's jump right to it and start the tasting. And again, even with the hot spicy chips, I always place the chip directly on the tongue and press it against the roof of the mouth, just to get that full cycle of flavoring. Wow. So far, I gotta say, guys, I am very, very impressed with this chip. We'll do 2 more here, and then I'll give you guys my full assessment. Maybe I'll just do 1 more. Wow. Alright guys, I have to say the heat, perfecto. It is spicy. Don't get me wrong, it is spicy, but it is not intolerable. It is in my mind, for an upper tier spicy chip, the full calibration, you do hit a certain point where you cannot even socialize while eating these. You cannot do really anything because your eyes are watering, your mouth is watering, your mouth is on fire. And while I am getting a pretty good tingle, I would classify this as a high tier spicy chip. They weren't lying when they said the scorch barometer was at maximum capacity, but it's not beyond that like we saw with the Pocky chips, where it was just literally Satan's Inferno was in our mouth when we were tasting those. These are good. The ranch seasoning on these is sensational. It is, in my opinion, the perfect complement to the heat. So overall, I mean, I think I'm going to give this the first ever midnight snack 10 out of 10. It has to be done. I am overall just very impressed. Even with the blue heat Takis that we reviewed in our first episode, the flavors were bold. The heat was pretty similar to this. I would say almost same level. But with the Taki flavoring, it was bold, but it might have been too bold. Here, this chip is all about balance. How do you balance the heat with the flavor? And I have not tried the other Taco Bell sauce chips, but after tasting this one, I am very intrigued to explore the rest of this collection. So again, a 10 out of 10 for the Taco Bell Reaper Ranch Tortilla Chips. Thank you for coming to my food review.